Okay. 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 So, hi, everyone. Yeah. Podcasting. Reality. A lot of things are different these days. Forgive me, I'm eating on the phone with y'all. Because I'm recording the podcast on my phone. Anyway, how are you guys? I hope y'all are well, you know? I hope that you are living your best life. I hope that you are finding your peace. I hope that I can provide joy to you and that you have a sense of joy already. We are all connected, the people that listen to my shit. And though I don't know some of you and I haven't met some of you, and you probably all have interpretations on who I am, just like y'all in this reality that you're living in right now, majority of you, because I do feel like wealthy people, a lot of them live in their own box, in their own little way of thinking. But I don't know, because I've never had like millions. Yes, I have, maybe in a past life. I was gonna say, I've never had millions and millions and millions of dollars, but that's not motherfucking true, because I don't know that shit. All I know is this reality, this moment, this now that I'm living in. And it's a blessing. It is. There's nothing to be bitter about. You know, I do be feeling like, dang, I'm the only person that exists. And then when I really get into it, I'm like, there are some people in this world that are unaware that there is something happening. But they live on one plane of living and they go to do their thing every day and that's it. But I'm like, I'm sure that person that sits at a front desk all day or works the same job every day or never tries to do anything outside the thing that they're doing, I'm sure they feel some type of way. I don't know, y'all. I've been having a lot of deja vu. I've literally been like, got this like workout, exercise, yoga kick. And it's really helped me because I was like, wow, I like to move my body. And I'm going to. Even the stuff I eat, I mean, right now, I'm chomping on some fries, but it's changed. Make sure y'all get y'all some sea moss. What do I want to talk about that's compelling right now? Yeah. I've been thinking about. People keep asking me. Not people, just some people ask me. Because I ask it. I'm like, what's your passion? Or what are you striving towards? And I ask that and people say, I don't know. Now I'm going to ask that to myself right now is what am I striving for? And I know, like, I tell people, I usually say, I'm striving for peace. I think I'm striving to have superpowers, but I think I already have superpowers. Flight. The awareness that I think that this is the never ending story. I don't know. The ability to jump into different realities when I want to. But for some reason, I keep coming back to this one. And it's not that bad. It really isn't. Like, there might be moments. There's moments in my life, right? I don't really think it's bad at all. I have fun. I really do. I get lonely sometimes. But I don't even think it's loneliness. I think it's solitude. Because sometimes when I be around certain people, I'm like, I could have been at home by myself. Like, there is some type of energy where I can't relate to it no more. I can't sit there and act like I can be around certain people when I can't. And I don't know, it makes me want to leave America. Oop, you just heard something, dang. But it also makes me want to go out the internet. It makes me want to go live in nature, in a tribe. I don't know. Some thoughts. Just some thoughts. You know what else? I'm slowly working my way to wanting to do content. And I don't think if I specifically, it wasn't nobody telling me, oh, you weren't good enough. I think I was like putting out so much content and I wasn't even burnt out because I've still been putting out content. I think I just wanted to, I was like, oh, I did that. I did that for a couple of years. Okay, time to do something else. But I think the outside world, which has nothing to do with my motherfucking ass, because I know who the fuck I am. It's like, oh, keep doing that one thing that you're doing. And I'm like, bitch, I've never been that. When are you going to put out more content? When I fucking feel like it. So, also, I'm not scared of AI because I'm like, okay, it is what it is. But the AI or like these comments and like everybody don't have like a picture no more. Everybody walking around here with like these default avatars. I'm like, bitch, I miss authenticity of knowing like, who are you when I look at you? But I guess that's lower playing shit because I don't know who half of y'all at all. I don't know any of you bitches. And I never will. And I'm okay with that. You know? I put myself out there. At first I put myself out there because I was like, ooh, this is my golden ticket. This is I'm finna be wealthy and successful and all this kind of stuff. Which, there's nothing wrong with that. I actually think that's cool. I think it's great to have a source of income, to be financially literate, to eat good, have great making love sex, you know, communication, strong tribe. I think there was a lot of people around me that were like taking and taking and taking and taking and taking. And I'm not here for that shit. But I can't say that it wasn't on the same accord. I think I was taken from a lot of people in different ways. And not realizing that people have lives outside of me. That's something I've been really healing from. And like, Joshua, bitch, people have lives outside of you. And then there was this other thought where I was like, do they exist when I leave? Or is it just when I enter rooms, they exist? And I really want to have a conversation with myself right now and be like, bitch, now you exist when they leave. So why can't you believe that they exist? But I think at the beginning of the pandemic and then towards the middle and then we're still in it. The phone at the beginning of the pandemic, I was like, oh, dang, these friends aren't really calling. And, my coworkers, I definitely always knew this. My coworkers are not my friends. And when I don't work at these establishments anymore, I don't have a sense of people, And because, my work in Queen of the Ratchet is it's very collaborative sometimes, but a lot of times it's very solitude-ish. So I could work for hours and hours on end on something, but I'm alone in that process. And the extrovert sometimes within me, because I do have my introvert side where I could just sit up in the fucking house all day. But my extrovert side is always after I do all these voices and editing, I want to be around, society or people or family. But a lot of my family, they're artists, but they're not, I guess they're not engulfed in it as much as I am, because they have to work. They have their 9 to 5. They have kids. They have other personal matters going on, where a lot of my life sometimes is only being engulfed in the arts. And that's something I had to really realize. It's not only is your life outside of being an artist, but two, the world doesn't revolve around me. The world is here. It's hard to believe that the world don't revolve around me. I'm like, bitch, where it go after I leave? The world revolves around me, bitch. But it don't. It don't. Because the world continues on. I mean, there's several people's funerals I haven't went to because I'm I have to work, or I have this going on, or I'm not gonna go to their funeral. I'm good. Rest in peace. RLP though. And I kept going. So it's the same token where, that's gonna happen to me one day. And there are people there's the artists that I really like Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston. When they passed, I remember where I was and my thought process behind when they passed. But they've been gone for a really long time, and people have moved on to other artists. And even though I think I got so... I've always kind of been like that way, especially after losing my first grandparent and just being in solitude for so long. And even though I had a sister and brother, I literally kind of just grew up talking to myself, playing with myself, playing with my own, in my own head, being engulfed in self, which was nice. So when I was around people, it was always a joy. And yeah, it was always a joy to be around people. However, the solitude helped with the artistry. Especially even when I moved to a bigger city. Yes, I was in a bigger city. Yes, I was going out. Yes, I was dancing and having a good time and going places. But when I started to be an artist by myself, it was very much, it was a lot of time by myself. So when y'all look at those Cruella videos, or y'all look at those different Disney villains and everything, and it's mostly my voice, I'm in a place of solitude a lot of times by myself. And there's not people cheering me on. There's not people being like, oh my God, yes. A lot of times it's me in here by myself, laughing, giggling, making up the scripts, and then putting it out there and, talking to people from different countries and stuff like that, which is great. But You know, like sometimes when I first was starting out, and this is the people that are artists, right? When I was first starting out and I told people the idea, they were they were like, Ratchet? Even now, they're like, oh, it's Queen of the Ratchet? Like, huh? And I'll tell them the concept, and it literally is, sometimes it's like I'm talking to robots, or robots that aren't programmed to get it. And I'm like, oh man, you just, okay. So sometimes I'm like, I almost don't like wasting my time talking about it, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to talk proudly about the fucking thing that I do for myself. And I think it's always been for self. I got an LLC last year, and I didn't realize when you have an LLC that you have to pay into it each year, because the business side of things, it's just new. At first I was like, I don't like doing this side of it because it requires a lot of energy. But I like both. I like the business side of it. I like figuring things out. I think it just engages my mind. I also like asking for help, but I also know that people have other things that they have people have things that they want to do in their life. So I know the people that really are going to start working collectively with me are going to be there. And the people that show up and are like, oh, I want to do this because I think it's going to move me forward, I'm going to do this, those people will be there too. And it's like, I have to be okay with that. There was a lot going on in this. This is 16 minutes long. I'm going to go ahead and post this. And I'm not gonna make broken promises again. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm actually working on a new Queen of the Ratchet podcast episode. It's not a podcast yet, but I lost my someone broke into my apartment back in June and they stole my computer, so it's been harder to edit because I use my phone, and I just had to get better at staying off of social media apps when I'm trying to get new content to you guys, because I sometimes get distracted by TikTok and Instagram and doing research on there, and then I don't really scroll, but I can get engulfed sometimes. But yeah, step by step, day by day. And time is an illusion, so everything is happening now, so it's gonna happen when it happens, and I'm still moving forward with things. All right. Love y'all. Mwah, 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 mwah.